Governor Patrick, Mayor-elect Welsh. How long are you mayor-elect for? How many more weeks? 4 more weeks, all right. You know, I want to celebrate the fact that you're standing here and we're standing here because we won a competition, right? This was a competitive process. This was showing the rest of the country, in fact, that Massachusetts and Boston continues to have a lot to offer, and this is a pilot to move the country in a certain direction. And I want to first say thank you again to our governor for continuing to believe in this neighborhood and the people who want to serve, to Mayor Menino for continuing to be an amazing partner, and we'll say thank you in advance to Mayor-elect Welsh and put the pressure on him because we know he'll continue to be an amazing partner for this neighborhood. Let's hear it for our leadership in government. But there's someone here who typically comes and does his thing and leaves, and I want to make sure we put him on a spotlight, and that's Jesse Solomon for the amazing work he has done in first believing in the promise of our children, and then making sure that he has worked hard to believe in the promise of partners, of people getting together, coming up with crazy ideas, believing in those ideas and people, and then making it happen. And that's a special set of characteristics and talent. So I want to just say thank you to Jesse for your leadership and what you did. You know, I've had the opportunity to serve in this neighborhood, and I've had the opportunity to serve in this neighborhood starting at the age of 14 as a volunteer at the Dudley Street Neighborhood Initiative. And let me tell you this, you get no better of an opportunity to develop and grow than to serve. And we have some servant leaders in the room, and I consider myself a servant leader. And Dudley Street Neighborhood Initiative has allowed me the opportunity to be in my neighborhood and try to make a difference. In a neighborhood, in a place where I went to school. Right? But there were a lot of other folks who went to school with me in this place who are no longer in this neighborhood. In fact, can't enjoy days like this today because they're either locked up or no longer with us. And that's the story and the narrative that we've begun to and are going to continue to change. And we're going to continue to do that, not just because of organizations like the Dudley Street Neighborhood Initiative and other partners in this neighborhood, but because we believe and value the lives of people in this neighborhood and people in neighborhoods like this all across the country and across the world. And that's what we're celebrating today, the promise of the lives that we have in front of us, particularly the young ones, like Anisha and Angel. Get your names right? Let's hear it for the young heroes in front of us, because that's why we're here today. You know, I was, and in some settings I probably still am, Jalen or Jaden? Jalen Johnson. Mm-hmm. And Ms. Reed, somebody reached out to me. And you and the people here who make up our core help to save lives every day. And the teachers in this room and those who are educating our children help to save lives every day. This is not of a small matter. This is of a grave and urgent matter that we continue to celebrate our heroes. So I just want to hear a loud applause for our teachers and the members of our core today for our children. The leaders of our schools, Kristen and Andrew, I went to Andrew a long time ago now, Andrew, and started talking about the craziness of neighborhoods, working with schools and parents, and how we all needed to come together to really continue to, on the proverb that it takes a village, right? And we understand that that's the way it works. And Andrew believed in that vision, and Jesse, and then we went across the country, and Christine bought into that vision, and she's here. But our school leaders do amazing work. And we know that we can't make this work without the sacrifice and the leadership of our school. I just want to hear it for our two school leaders, and that's just Andrew and Christine who sit right here in front of us. And now for 2 sentences. This is, in fact, about education being at the center of disrupting the generational cycles of poverty and uplifting and being a beacon for how you transform place and neighborhoods, which end up being the buckets for so much disparity. The buckets for so much of our social ills can be found in places. And we want to disrupt that kind of trend. We want to disrupt that kind of predictability that says if you are poor, if you are black, if you are living in a certain place, if you are Latino, if you are a young male, all of those things that are predictors for how you, I want to be a disruptor. We want to be a disruptor. This is why we're here. We're here because we know we can change place, because we know we can change those social predictors that say that we will not succeed. We will make that a lie. We will make sure that the zip code cannot determine health. We will make sure that the zip code and your address cannot determine your educational attainment. Because this is not just a promise of the people who we're trying to serve, but this is the promise of America. We will only continue to be great if we continue to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to succeed. This is what this is about. And so neighbors, parents, community, schools, school leaders, our elected officials, we all believe, and we will turn the stats and the predictors around, and we will move to greatness out of neighborhoods like these, which is why I am excited to be here. Thank you for being with us here this morning.